US President-elect Donald Trump's proposed tariffs on Canada and Mexico have prompted early preparation for the 2026 Canada-US-Mexico Agreement Review. The proposed 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico target key exports like steel, aluminum, and autos, aiming to renegotiate trade terms under the CUSMA framework. President-elect Donald Trump's bold pledge might have the globalists and Canada's maple syrup brigade shaking. But honestly, it's just Trump doing what he does best, putting America first and calling out the freeloaders who've been vibing off their economy for way too long. The old trade deals like NAFTA and its little sibling CUSMA have been dragging the US down for ages. These deals let Canada and Mexico punch above their weight, acting like they're on the same level as the US. Newsflash, they're not. America is the blueprint, the GOAT of North America, and it's about time their trade policies reflected that. The reaction from Canada and Mexico reflects the stark reality of their dependence on the United States. Canada sends 77% of its exports south of the border, a fact that underscores its atomic reliance on American markets. This hierarchy is natural and inevitable. The US, guys, is the dominant power in North America, and it is only right that trade agreements reflect this reality. By prioritizing American industries and workers, Trump is fulfilling his duty to the American people and reinforcing a social contract that places their prosperity above all else. Critics of Trump's tariffs claim they will disrupt supply chains and spark economic insecurity. But these arguments miss the bigger picture. The global economy is a competitive arena where only the strongest survive. Trump's willingness to challenge Canada and Mexico with targeted tariffs on steel, aluminum, and potentially the auto sector is a demonstration of strength, a necessary step to ensure America's continued dominance. Trade deals like CUSMA have lulled America into complacency, enabling weaker economies to benefit disproportionately from US markets. By invoking the 6-year renegotiation clause of CUSMA, Trump is signaling that business as usual is no longer acceptable. The US is prepared to take what it deserves, even if it means upsetting diplomatic niceties. Nations thrive when they prioritize self-reliance and sovereignty over global entanglements. For decades, globalist elites have pushed for open borders and free trade, weakening the moral fabric of nations by dissolving the boundaries that preserve their distinct identities. Integral to Trump's approach is the restoration of a natural hierarchy in trade relations. As the dominant economic power in North America, the US should set the terms, not concede to the demands of smaller nations. This traditionalist stance is not just economically sound, it is morally right. A strong America ensures stability and prosperity for its citizens while offering a model for other nations to emulate. Let's be real, Trump isn't just out here throwing hands for the drama. He's thinking long term. By stirring the pot now, he's setting the stage for a renegotiation that puts the US in the driver's seat. Yeah, Canada and Mexico might feel salty about it, but at the end of the day, the US is not here to play nice. The US is here to win. And while the haters might call it messy, that's what disruption looks like. You can't have a glow up without breaking a few comfort zones. Trump knows that America has to move different if they're going to stay at the top of the food chain. This whole situation is peak Trump. Unapologetically bold and completely unbothered by the noise. By putting America first and hitting the pause button on Canada and Mexico's free ride, he's doing what needs to be done. For those who value tradition, hierarchy, and the natural order, this is a welcome and necessary correction. And Trump's tariffs are not just good policy. They are a vital step toward restoring the greatness of America and preserving its rightful place at the top of the global hierarchy.